story will wind you right up. Al-Qaeda and Osama bin Laden being called freedom fighters by an American professor. The textbook in question reads this way, quote, "The Al-Qaeda movement of Osama bin Laden is one example of an attempt to free a country, in this case Saudi Arabia, from a corrupt and repressive regime propped up by a neo-colonial power, in this case the United States." Well, that textbook was written by the professor in question, and one student in the class was so appalled after reading it, he wrote an op-ed warning other kids about the class. That student from California Polytechnic State University at San Luis Obispo, Aaron Bandler, joins us now. Aaron, thanks a lot for coming on this morning. So,
thanks for having me on, Tucker.
Just to be completely clear, this is not in jest, it's not a parody, this is a straightforward claim that describes Osama bin Laden as a freedom fighter. Is that right?
Yeah, it's correct, and I provided the quote in proper context. I mean, and he didn't even deny it. He says when the Fox News author interviewed him that his writings are normative, not empirical, which is just kind of academic jargon for saying that he thinks what he wrote is fact, when clearly it's an opinion, not a fact.
So, I mean, if this guy's willing to describe Osama bin Laden as a freedom fighter, what's the rest of his class like?
It's basically just progressivism 101. I mean, the entire class was just learning about how America sucks because capitalism fails, because the rich people are greedy, you know, big oil just pollutes the world and causes wars, man-made global warming is going to cause Armageddon, all kinds of just typical liberal garbage. I mean, that's really what
Does anybody ever pipe up and say, if America's so bad, then how do you have a job indoors making above minimum wage? I mean, it's obviously a pretty generous country if we're employing mediocrities like you. Has anybody said that?
No one's ever said that. No, I mean, it's a lecture class, not really a discussion class.
I bet it is. What percentage of the kids, you obviously caught this immediately and were, as you said, offended by it. What percentage of the kids in your class just sort of nod like little robots and internalize this stuff, do you think?
From what I could tell, it unfortunately seemed like the majority of them.
That is so depressing. So
it really is.
Did the professor knows that you disagree? I hope he's watching this morning. Do you expect to face any kind of backlash from him or the school?
You know, I don't think so. I mean, I don't really know what's going to happen. I'm sure running into him would be a little awkward, but I mean, I'm not in his class anymore. I don't think I would ever need to take him as professor again. So I don't think there'll be any backlash. At least I certainly hope not.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Call me when you're in New York next time in the weekends. Lunch on me. Good for you for stepping up.
For sure.
So many don't.
I'll take you up on that.
Thanks, Aaron.